Chapter 3: Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. Introduction. Clothes and plastics are two very common things used by us. There is a vast variety of clothes and plastics available in the market these days. Do you know that both clothes and plastics have similar basic structures? All these clothes are made from fabrics of different types. These fabrics are further made of yarns, and yarns are made up of fibers. So we can say that fibers are the basic unit of clothes. Fibers are of two types, natural and synthetic. In the previous classes, you learned that cotton, wool, silk and jute are natural fibers. Nylon, polyester and acrylic are synthetic or human-made fibers. In this chapter, we will learn about synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers. Fibers made by humans are called synthetic fibers. A fiber is a very long structure made by continuous repetition of one or more small compounds. The small compounds called monomers repeat continuously, bonding to each other till they form a very long structure called polymer. Thus, a polymer is defined as a large compound made by the repetition of smaller ones called monomers. The word polymer is derived from the Greek words poly, meaning many, and mer, meaning unit. The process of making a polymer is called polymerization. Types of synthetic fibers. The first synthetic fiber made by humans was nylon. These days, there is a variety of synthetic fibers available to us. They have different properties and are hence used for making different types of fabrics. Let us discuss some of them in detail. Rayon. Rayon is a synthetic fiber made from wood pulp. It is made by dissolving wood pulp in an alkali to form a solution called viscose. Viscose is a thick solution. It is passed through tiny holes of a spinneret into a solution of sulfuric acid. It forms thin, thread-like fibers. These fibers are woven into rayon fabric. Rayon is called a semi-synthetic fiber because its raw material is wood pulp, which is obtained from nature. In its texture and properties, rayon resembles silk. Hence, it is also called artificial silk. Rayon fibers have shine like silk and can be woven into fabric. Their cost is much less than that of silk. It can easily be dyed into different colors. Uses. Rayon is used to make clothes. It is blended with cotton to make home furnishing like curtains and bed sheets. It is mixed with wool to make bandages and dressing used by doctors. Nylon. Nylon is the first completely synthetic fiber made by man. It was first made in 1931 separately at two places, New York and London. For this reason, it was named nylon. The raw material needed to make nylon are obtained from crude oil and are called petrochemicals. Nylon fibers are very strong, durable, elastic and light. They absorb very little water. They do not wrinkle and are long-lasting. However, nylon fibers are highly flammable. Hence, it is not advised to wear nylon clothes while working in the kitchen or near fire. Uses. Nylon is used in making clothes, stockings, raincoats, tents and sleeping bags. Due to its high strength and high resistance to wear and tear, it is used to make ropes, seat belts, toothbrushes, parachutes, fishing nets and sports equipment. It is also used as plastic. Polyester. Polyester is another fiber made from petrochemicals. Its properties are very similar to those of nylon. Polyester fibers are very strong, elastic and long-lasting. Fabrics made of polyester yarns are wrinkle-resistant and dry up quickly on washing. All these properties make polyester very popular for making clothes. However, polyester is inflammable. Dacron and terylene are common commercial names of polyester. Uses. Polyester is used in textiles in making clothes like trousers, shirts and other dress materials. Polyester mixed with wool is called polywool or terry wool. Polyester mixed with cotton is called polycot or terrycot. These are blended fabrics which have the desired properties of both the fibers present in them. Polywool is used to make winter wear and polycot is used to make summer wear. Polyester is used for making sails of sailboats. It is also used to make conveyor belts. Special type of polyester is used to make bottles, jars and films. This is called PET. PET is a transparent and lightweight plastic. Check out the water bottles used in the refrigerator in your home or check the jars in which your mother stores spices or cereals in the kitchen. If they are made of polyester, you will find PET printed at the bottom of these jars and bottles. All fibers and plastics are polymers. Different polymers are made from different monomers. The monomers combine with each other in a specific manner to form the polymer. For example, nylon polymer contains a repetition of amide bond. Similarly, polyester contains a repetition of ester bond. These bonds are special arrangements of atoms about which you will learn in higher classes. Amide and ester bonds can be formed by more than one type of compounds. Hence, we can make different varieties of nylon and polyesters. These will have different uses based on their structure and properties. Acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber that looks and feels like wool. It is strong, warm and lasts longer than natural wool. It does not shrink on washing.
It is also resistant to moths and does not get eaten away.
Uses. Acrylic is mainly used as a substitute to wool. It is used to make sweaters, shawls, blankets, etc. It is also used in making carpets and sportswear. Characteristics of synthetic fibers. Strength. Synthetic fibers are stronger than the natural fibers. For example, the ropes used for rock climbing and trekking need to be very strong. Hence, they are made up of nylon rather than cotton or jute. Lightweight. Synthetic fibers are lighter than natural fibers. You can test this by comparing weights of two similar pieces of cloths, one made of cotton and other made of nylon or polyester. Water resistant. Synthetic fibers have lower affinity for water as compared to natural fibers.
This property makes them very easy to wash and quick to dry.
Wrinkle resistant. Most synthetic fabrics do not get creased easily. This makes their maintenance easy and convenient. Resistant to moths. Synthetic fibers are not attacked by moths, unlike the natural fibers like silk and wool. Hence, they last much longer. Synthetic fibers do not shrink on washing for the first time. Disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Clothes made from synthetic fibers have extremely small pores which do not allow the sweat and air to pass through. Because of this reason, these clothes feel very hot and uncomfortable in summer. On the contrary, cotton clothes have larger pores which allow the sweat to evaporate and air to pass through them.
Hence, cotton clothes are much more comfortable to wear in summer.
Synthetic fibers are inflammable. They catch fire very easily. Hence, it is advised not to wear such clothes when working near fire. Also, these fibers melt on heating. In case of an accidental fire,
these fibers will melt and stick to the skin, causing severe burns.
Plastics. We use plastics in almost everything we do. Toothbrush, buckets, mugs, utensils, toys, computers, parts of automobiles, pens, etc. are just a few examples of plastics. The one plastic which is used by almost everyone in the world is the polythene. Since its invention, polythene has become indispensable to us. What exactly are these plastics? Like fibers, plastics are also polymers, mainly made from petrochemicals. Different monomers are used to make plastics
of different types with different properties.
For example, polythene is used to make packing bags, toys, buckets, etc. PVC is used to make soles of shoes and drain pipes. Melamine is used to make utensils and bakelite is used to make electrical switchboards. Plastics are very popular because of their large variety and useful properties. They can be hard or soft, rigid or flexible, opaque or transparent, colored or colorless. They provide a cheaper alternative to metals and glass. Types of plastics. Based on their structure, plastics are classified into two groups: thermoplastics, thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics. You must have seen sealed packs of cereals or biscuits in a grocer's shop. How are these polythene bags sealed? Have you ever got a paper laminated between plastic covers? How is it done? The polythene bags and lamination sheets are heated at the ends so that they melt and fuse with each other and get sealed. Similarly, if you pour hot water in an empty mineral water bottle, it will immediately get deformed because the plastic softens on heating. These are all examples of thermoplastics. The plastics which become soft on heating and can be remolded into another shape are called thermoplastics. Polythene, PVC, nylon, polyester and rubber are examples of thermoplastics. In the structure of thermoplastics, monomer units are joined in a straight chain as follows. This type of structure makes them flexible. Uses. Thermoplastics are used for various purposes. They are used to make insulation of electric cables, plastic bags, raincoats, bristles of toothbrushes, and other cleaning brushes. They are also used to make plastic containers, toys, chairs, tables, etc. Thermosetting plastics. These plastics do not soften on heating. They are set into a definite shape only once when they are produced. After that, their shape does not change. Plastics which once set do not soften on heating and cannot be molded into another shape again are called thermosetting plastics or thermosets. Common examples of thermosets are melamine and bakelite. Melamine is used to make utensils which are easy to use and do not break easily. They come in various colors and designs. Bakelite is used to make electrical switchboards, handles of cooking pots, telephone bodies, etc. Thermoset polymers have a network structure of monomers which makes them hard, strong and rigid. Properties of plastics. Plastics have very useful properties that make them very popular for use. Plastics are lighter than metals. A water bottle made of plastic is lighter than one made of metal and hence easier to carry. Plastics do not dissolve in water. This property makes them popular material to make buckets, glasses, and other containers. Plastics do not react easily. They do not corrode on exposure to air and water. Plastics are used to store chemicals and food materials. Plastics are bad conductors of heat and electricity. They act as good insulators. This is the reason they find lot of use in electrical appliances in making cable, covers, and handles. Plastics are durable. They are strong and generally do not break or dent easily. All these properties make plastics very useful for us. Does this mean plastics have no negative effects?
Let us examine.
Disadvantages of plastics. Whenever you go out of your home, just look around you on street sides or observe a garbage dump. You will see loads of plastics. Most of the garbage is polythene and other plastic material. This is a cause of great concern today. Plastics are non-biodegradable. This means that microorganisms do not decompose them in the soil. As a result, plastic waste keeps getting accumulated. Plastic waste from the electronic industry is another cause of great concern today as it contains harmful substances. If plastic bags are thrown away carelessly, they block the public drains. Polythene bags containing the waste food are eaten by the stray cattle. The plastics choke their air pipe or the stomach, resulting in the death of the animal. Plastics are inflammable. They burn very easily and produce harmful gases. For all these reasons, plastic pollution and disposal of plastic has become a major problem in the world today. Corrective measures to control plastic pollution. In the last decade, the recycling of plastic has become an important method to reduce plastic pollution. Plastic waste is collected by rag pickers and waste collectors. They take the waste plastics to recycling units where the plastic is recycled to make new plastic things. However, plastics cannot be recycled repeatedly. With each recycling, the quality of plastic goes down and eventually it cannot be recycled anymore. Biodegradable plastics. Lot of research is being done to make plastics which are biodegradable. Scientists have been able to design some plastics that are biodegradable. One such example is PHBB. However, such plastics are expensive and are not used on a large scale. Action taken to reduce plastic pollution. Governments are taking strict measures to reduce generation of plastic waste. In places like Ladakh, Mussoorie, Nainital and Sikkim, use of plastics is banned. Though the use of polythene is banned in other places in India, people do not follow this strictly. The government needs to take strict action to reduce the production and use of plastics. How can we contribute? Plastics waste is our problem too. We need to shed our dependence on plastics. We should realize that though plastics make our life much simpler and cleaner, they are a menace in disguise. We can do some simple things to reduce the plastics waste. Reuse the polythene bags. While shopping, carry a cotton or jute bag to keep things. Reuse plastic containers at home. For example, food containers can be used as small pots. Do not throw plastic litter on the street. Keep separate dustbins for biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Never throw waste food in polythene bags. It will end up in some animal's stomach. Stop others from littering and encourage them to recycle. Try to observe the 3 R's of conservation: reduce, reuse, and recycle. If we continue to be careless with our use of plastics, soon our planet will be covered with plastic objects and there will be no space to
dispose them of.